Good morning, friends. It gives me immense pleasure and delight to be amongst you this morning on the occasion of the fifth GCC Summit being organized by the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. My compliments to Madhukar Hiragange, our council member from Bangalore, for having taken the initiative to organize this event because, as you all know, Bangalore is the happening city. We have two good friends coming from Kolkata, Mr. Sanjeev Sanghi, who's a convener, Abhay Chajit, the deputy convener, both of them leaders from the respective regions. Sanjeev was the chairman of the Eastern India Regional Council, Abhay was the chairman of the Central India Regional Council. I've seen them working very hard, and I'm so happy to see two of these young council members trying to, project what GCC is, what is the role of chartered accountants. My compliments to you, Sanjeev and Abhay, for the good work you've been doing. Considering the fact that Bangalore has been in the forefront, all of you are aware that 1990, when we saw the liberalization coming to India and the way the Bangalore city grew, the IT sector grew, then we had the boom in the startups, and today we have the maximum number of GCCs in the city of Bangalore. I think we should be proud that a city like Bangalore is housing many, GCCs. To name some of them, the top 10 GCCs are housed in Bangalore: Microsoft, Amazon, JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, IBM, Intel, SAP, Cisco. I think there's so many. Friends, before I just talk about what is our role, what we could do, I think we need to understand what are the key developments taking place in the profession. Very rightly, as Madhukar said, we all have to transform. Today, what is happening is we are witnessing a digital transformation taking place around us that has impacted the accounting profession, and all of us have been a part of this transformation that has taken place. A lot of routine accounting tasks are getting automated thanks to robotic process automation. We have seen many tasks which we were doing manually is now completely computerized. Thanks to COVID, remote working flexibility has become very, very common, and these are all required for you to operate in a GCC environment. Real-time reporting, no longer corporates are interested in your quarterly reports, your year-end reports, they want an online real-time reporting. So we have seen how our profession has geared up to the requirements of the current industry. Cloud-based collaborations, today most of the softwares are all cloud-based. Our staff are all comfortable working on a cloud-based scenario. And a lot of tools, cloud-based tools are available. And new digital payment mechanism, the ease in which you are able to make payments using your mobile phones, wherein the accounting happens back-end instantaneously. Then we're also seeing a concept known as online real-time audit, where an audit happens not once a year, it happens 24/7. And today we have so many audit tools available that help you to perform this online real-time audit. Virtual CFO services are gaining ground. And today, chartered accountants are no longer servicing clients sitting here at Bangalore. They are offering services to clients around the world. So this is the scenario in which we are operating today. Very rightly, I can say that our profession is doing extremely well in facing all the challenges. I would also like to compliment the chairman of the Bangalore branch, Mr. Manjunath, for the good work they're doing, the entire team. Pampana, Pramod Hegde, the regional council members, Kavita, and Tuppad, the vice chairman, secretary of the Bangalore branch. I've served as the chairman of the Bangalore branch maybe 35 years back, and I know how difficult it is to organize events. But today we find more than 1,000 chartered accountants attending a program like this. I'm sure all of you would be immensely benefited by the deliberations that would take place. Friends, all the speakers before me have talked about what GCC is, how GCC is gaining ground around the world, around the country, and then specifically in Karnataka, that's in Bangalore. And today, the GCCs not only have specialization in finance, analytics, risk, compliance, tax, digital finance, and shared services, but we find specialized GCCs also evolving. So the entire GCC is evolving in our country. And today we find that Karnataka is a preferred destination. That is because of the fact that more than 50% of the GCCs are located in Karnataka. We have plenty of tech talent, finance talent, and all of us have seen the kind of salaries what the tech professionals are earning today. I think this is what would happen to the accounting profession also. Chartered accountants working in the GCC ecosystem will have the opportunity to get very attractive salaries, great careers for them to shape up. And the state also has been supporting creation of these innovation hubs. So I think everything is good for Karnataka, good for Bangalore, and good for the practicing professionals here in Bangalore, and also the chartered accountants who want to get into industry. Friends, what is important for us to keep in mind is that what is it we need to do? I think the first thing which I feel is that we need to build digital capabilities. It's absolutely essential for us to embrace technology. Yes, we have been doing it for quite some time, right from the Y2K. We've been embracing new things, but it's not sufficient for you to know just the basics in computers. You need to know Python, Power BI, ERP softwares, how to work with audit tools. I think you need to build digital capabilities, and we have a lot of certification course for you. We have the DISA Diploma on Information Systems Audit, which help you to acquire these skill sets. Number two, you need to have the knowledge of global reporting standards because you're operating in multiple jurisdictions. Sitting here in Bangalore, if you're working in the GCC ecospace, you will be catering to clients around the world. So you need to know the financial reporting requirements of that particular country, that particular jurisdiction. Yes, knowledge of IFRS is important because more than 130 countries have now, sort of following IFRS. Of course, India, we are following Ind AS, which is more or less in compliance with IFRS. Just about 7 to 8 carve-outs are there. So you need to have the knowledge of what you can say, knowledge of IFRS. Then in addition to this, you need to have the knowledge of global tax treaties because you'll be dealing with taxation of other corporates. You need to know about SOX, COSO, risk, ESG, everything. I think you need to upskill yourself. And very rightly, as our speaker said, it's time for us to upskill. And another important thing you need to keep in mind when you're operating in the GCCs, you need to understand that you'll be operating in different time zones. Let us say you're catering to a client in US. Yes, you need to know that at 12, the time zone is different. You're catering to a client in UK, the time zone is different. So you need to adapt yourself like how the software professionals adapt themselves to the time zones. The accounting professionals also used to a 10 to 6 job or a 10 to 7 job should adapt themselves to different time zones. That's very important. Then you need to work with teams, accounting teams, finance teams with different cultural backgrounds. Let us say you're speaking to an accountant in Japan, you need to have the knowledge of maybe Japanese. You need to speak slowly so that you can understand, because when you start working with accounting professionals from other countries, you realize that you need to have different skill sets. So what is important, friends, is that when you are trying to work with other countries, other jurisdictions, you need to know the knowledge of tax laws. Of course, we have the mutual recognition agreements like we have with the CP Australia, then we have with Institute of Chartered of England and Wales. Then we also have arrangements with Ireland. All these degrees, all the professional qualifications will help you to handle, real-time scenarios on tax matters with your clients when you're dealing with other clients from other countries. Continuous learning, plenty of certification courses are available. I would urge and request all of you, whether it could be forensic, IFRS, cyber security. I think there's absolutely no way we can get away from continuous learning. You need to empower yourself, you need to upskill yourself, and that is the best way to go about. Finally, friends, what is important is that we need to understand that as chartered accountants, we need to move forward, try to take the lead, be true business partners, try to help corporates in decision making, and that is when we can see a bigger opportunity for all of us, because no longer CAs are good at number crunching. We're also good at analytics, we're good at blockchain, we're good at artificial intelligence. 5 years back, not many of us knew what AI was. Today, each one of us use AI extensively. Thanks to ChatGPT, Gemini, we're able to design and use it so effectively in our day-to-day life. So similarly, analytics also would play a very big role, and CAs are the ideal people to do, specialize in analytics. Blockchain would come, banking industry would be impacted in a big way. So a lot of new things are happening, and I think it's a very big opportunity for each one of us. I compliment all of you for having taken the lead to attend this program, because both for the practicing chartered accountants are present here, I see a lot of opportunities. You could get associated with the GCCs coming up in Bangalore. For the chartered accountants, young CAs are looking at career options. Yes, you are looking at IT industry, you're looking at startups. Now you can look at the role for you in the GCC, because as I told you, the pay packages in the GCC would be definitely much higher. Challenges also would be much higher, and you'll be able to work in a global environment. That is, since now we're working in a borderless world, you'll be able to offer your services to people around the world. I think it's a great beginning for all of us, and I compliment the Bangalore branch and Madhukar Hiragange for having invited me today. Few days back, Madhukar called me and said, Raghu, you are delivering the keynote address. I want you to be there. Madhukar, I worked with him for one term in the council, a no-nonsense council member, I could say, always very, very, has a different viewpoints. Even in the council, we have seen him having something new ways in doing things. I wish to compliment him and all the managing committee members for having organized this event. Thanks to Abhay and Sanjeev for having joined us, and welcome to Bangalore once again.
Thank you, sir. Let's give him a big round of applause. Thank you, sir, for your heartfelt and powerful words. Your leadership continues to guide and uplift this entire fraternity. It's always an honor to hear you.